This is the book of Mark, chapter 13, verses 7 and 8, verse 7, and it reads, And when ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars, be ye not troubled, for such things must needs be, but the end shall not be yet. Verse 8, For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be earthquakes in divers places, and there shall be famines and troubles. These are the beginning of sorrows. Giving all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Raha HaKakwadash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well in teaching us this 100% truth. Salutations to them and my fellow Akim who labor in this truth week in and week out on the highways and byways. Also, salutations to the hopeful elect of the scattered 12 tribes of Israel, scattered to the four corners of the earth, that be like unto the speckled bird, also known as your Israelite foreigners and your so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. To you, I say Shalom. This is your brother Ayashar Barzal from Indianapolis branch of the Great Millstone, coming back at you with another lesson that is edifying to the elect body of the nation of Israel. And man, this Mark 13 and 7, we are here. You know, as Apostle Tahar declared 2025 as the hopeful year of our salvation and deliverance, roughly paraphrasing, as well as the destruction and judgment of Esau Edom. You know, and mainly that destruction coming to America. It's prophesied in the Bible. We know that America is currently Babylon the Great, spiritual Sodom and Egypt. You know, um, this place has compounded uh, the wickedness and exercise of wickedness of all the kingdoms that came before it. All right, and these things are true. You know, you have the wars and rumors of wars that's going on right now. World War III is being touted while you have wars going on. Ukraine, Russia, the state of Israel. Let me make that clear. Not Israel. Israel's a people before it's a place, and it's not those people currently in the land right now. You got the state of Israel versus everybody else, except the United States and anybody else they have working for them. Okay. You got nations rising against nations, kingdom against kingdoms, and earthquakes in diverse places. Okay, that's what I'm going to focus on. And you got the famines and troubles. You got the big old fire going on in California right now, and those are two. I think it's like has been reported like four separate fires in different areas, and there's no way possible uh, they could have spread like that in four different areas. So that'll be another discussion. But right now, I want to first focus on these earthquakes. And the biggest one we had this week was in Tibet. I got this article from the End Time Headlines. Here you go with all of these advertisements. Okay. Let me get rid of those. Crap. Okay. And I lost it. Oh, there we go. All right. It says earthquake near Tibet, holy city, kills 126 and injures more than 150 while damaging thousands of buildings. That's a lot of judgment at once, just last week you had the people on the airplane, coming in from Korea, you know. Um, 181 people on, 179 killed. I did a video on that about a week and a half ago. But here again, you have another 126 people killed, and the Lord is bringing that judgment. You know, yeah, He's bringing that judgment, taking folks out. Not only Jake, but the other heathen. You know, He said that these are the beginning of sorrow. So if the last 2 weeks, the first 10 days of this month, is any sign, uh, like the scriptures say, it'll be like a time never seen before since that there was a nation, going all the way back. Nothing's going to add up to what's about to come. All right. So let me get into this article, and this is an updated version. It says a major earthquake struck near a holy city in China's Tibet region on Tuesday, killing at least 126 people and injuring more than 150 while damaging thousands of buildings. The state-run Xinhua news agency reported. And I did a little research. Earthquakes began to cause damage to buildings with a magnitude of 5.0 and up. So I'm going to be looking at that too. All right. It says the quake hit around 9:05 a.m. Uh, local time near Tibet's second most populous city, Shigatse, in the Himalayan foothills in southwestern China, Chinese state media said. And we know modern day China is Moab. Not only the land of Moab, but but the people. All right, Moab. And like I said, let me get to those earthquakes. This is an app that I have called Earthquakes, and I just did from the point that happened, January 6, 2025, up until today, and this is just a list, you know, going all the way back. You have one as recent as 7 hours ago in Ethiopia, Mid-Indian Ridge, Bahia, Solano, Tonga, Acajolta, Drake Passage, Chile, Rake James Ridge, China, again, okay, Bay Somalia, Ethiopia, Awash, Ethiopia, Indonesia, Volcano Islands in Japan, another one in Mid-Indian Ridge, Izu Islands, Japan, Southern Tibetan Plateau, Shigatse, China, man, Shigatse, Tibet. That's the one that just happened earlier this week, January 6th, and 7.1. All right. So, in going through this, I counted about 22, in all different places. And that's just, if you look at the bottom of the red at the top, that's just from January 6th until today. And today's not even over with yet. Okay. If I was to go and do the whole, from their new year until today, I'm sure there's a whole lot more, but it's 22 in just in these few days. All right. So getting back to the article, the U.S. Geological Survey measured the quake at 7.1 magnitude. Tremors were felt hundreds of miles away in neighboring Bhutan, India, and Nepal. Chinese state media showed images of buildings with caved-in roofs and cars and streets smashed by rubble. About 6,900 people live within 12 miles of the quake's epicenter, which is about 100 miles southwest of Shigatse, according to the reports, or Shigatse, Salakia for the pronunciation. Several aftershocks were recorded, including one measuring at magnitude 4.4. And I just want to go back up to the sign. This is that epicenter that it was talking about. Okay, right about there near Mount Everest, Kathmandu, Tibet, 9 a.m. local time. All right, and it's China. All right, back to the article. Says Xinhua cited local authorities as saying that more than 3,000 houses had collapsed and that 407 trapped people had been rescued. It said some 30,000 people had been evacuated. Man, yeah, that was some heavy judgment. Moved a lot of people out of there, all right? It says Chinese leader Xi Jinping instructed authorities to give priority to emergency rescue efforts and medical treatment, repair infrastructure, and ensure the affected could handle the winter. With a population of about 800,000, Shigatse is an important site in Tibet Buddhism. It is a traditional seat of the Panchen Lama and the religion's second highest leader behind the Dalai Lama. The city, known as China as Xigatse, sits at an altitude above 12,000 feet. In neighboring Nepal, strong tremors were felt in the capital, Kathmandu, and other areas, but no deaths or significant damage were reported, according to local police. A person in the city fractured his leg after jumping from a building during the earthquake, a police spokesman said. In some Himalayan districts of Nepal, where the border with Tibet runs across the peak of Mount Everest, some mud houses suffered minor damage, he said. Earthquakes are common in Tibet because of the convergence of the Eurasian and Indian tectonic plates. This tectonic activity formed the Himalayas and continues to lift the mountain's range by a few millimeters a year. The Chinese Earthquake Agency measured the quake at a slightly lower magnitude of 6.8. Both the Chinese and American measurements put the quake roughly on par with the 1989 earthquake that struck North California during a broadcast of the World Series, killing 63 people and damaging buildings and roadways, including the San Francisco-Oakland Bay Bridge. All right, so we're here. I mean, a lot of judgment going on, especially, since the beginning of this year going and ending last year. A lot of judgment and death, all right? This is the book of Luke, chapter 21, verse 11. Oops, lock it. 21, verse 11. All right. Pretty much, just focusing in on the Mark 13 and 8. It says, "And great earthquakes shall be in divers places, and famines and pestilences, and fearful sights and great signs shall there be from heaven." I mean, you got first of all, it started out with the drones, and then the orb shot down the drones. We know that those orbs are the chariots of Israel, okay? Fearful sights. You got that fire going on in California right now. Hollywood was on fire. Thing is huge. A lot of celebrities lost their stuff. And I was listening to a radio show this morning, and the comments from the masses of the people, according to the radio hosts, were brutal and merciless towards the celebrities. I mean, nobody likes them anymore. They see what you're doing. They see that you sold out. All right, that you got that you are truly an actor. You guys sell your soul to the devils for those contracts. All right, but yeah, you had those earthquakes in diverse places. Pestilences. What you got coming out now? That's also starting in China. The bok flu. Don't want to say it, so I won't get a strike. Or have my video taken down. But yeah, there's another one about to start off just like it did in 2020 in China. So what the hell's going on with that place? All right, fearful sights and great signs. A lot is going on. With the judgment. In the heavens, and this is what the Lord told us what was going to happen when He was going to begin to visit the world that He made. All right, so this is Second Ezra. It's in the Apocrypha. Esdras is the same as Ezra. Esdras in the Apocrypha is the same as Ezra in the Old Testament. All right. Second Ezra chapter 9, beginning at verse 1. He answered me then and said, "Measure thou the time diligently in itself. And when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, then thou shalt understand that it is the very same time wherein the Highest will begin to visit the world which He made." All right, He told us to measure the signs, measure diligently the times, okay? And everything is done in a measure, okay? And one measure has to happen before the other, all right? It's just that simple. Nothing is going to be moved out of place. It's going to happen just like Yahweh Bashem Yahushua said it was going to happen. All right? Nothing's going to change. Okay? The elites can't overthrow prophecy. You know, the prophets are going to tell it, just like it is. The prophets with the true doctrine are going to tell you exactly how it's going to happen. All right? And we know about when it's going to happen. That's how we measure the times diligently. Like I said, the Lord does things in measurements. I think that's in 2nd Ezra 4 and I want to say 37. Yes, Khan, that's it. It says, by measure hath he measured the times, and by number hath he numbered the times, and he doth not move nor stir them until the said measure be fulfilled. So when you go back into that chapter, Luke 21, which is another account of Matthew 24, he said all these things must happen, but the end is not yet. So certain things have to happen, you know, before the end comes. All right, and we know there are three major prophecies that have to happen, and they're on the table right now. All right, you're seeing the signs and effects in the heavens. You're seeing the wars and rumors of wars. Okay, you're seeing the earthquakes. Like I just showed you 22 within the last few days, counting the day, and today is not even over with yet. All right, a lot is happening. We are right there, and your major prophecies that have to occur is the implementation of the MOTB, World War III, and the return of our Lord, Yahweh Shah HaMashiach. All right. That's what has to happen. All right. Back in 2nd Ezra 9. All right. Verse 3. When we know he's here, I'm going to start back in 2. He says, then thou shalt understand when is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. And we know he's visiting. The chariot sightings, have picked up tremendously. Just around year end, I think there were like 721 sightings, that they had reported for the whole year of 2024. So yeah, they're calling them UFOs, UAPs. Back, when I was a kid, they was calling them, flying saucers and stuff. Okay, but and they wanted to hide the fact that it was a chariot. And just when you look at a flying saucer, you look down on the saucer or turn it up on its side and look at it, it's a wheel within a wheel, just like Ezekiel 1 calls a chariot. Okay, when you look at a saucer, put a cup in, it's literally a wheel within a wheel. All right, but Esau, he want to call it a flying saucer and stuff. All right. And so, and like I said, the Lord is visiting. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 9, verse 3. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, all right, and we're seeing that now, 22 just this week, and I had that selection, all regions, and that's still going to be counting, until this day is over, all right. It says, then thou will understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. All right. And what did he say? I got a couple of scriptures to back that up. All right. He says, this is Isaiah 46 and 10. 46. And what he just said, he says, declaring the end from the beginning and from the ancient times of things that are not yet done, saying, my counsel shall stand, and I will do all my pleasure. Okay? My counsel shall stand. Let me start at 9 so you can have that in context. Of Isaiah chapter 46, verse 9. It says, remember the former things of old, for I am Yahweh and there is none else. I am Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, and there is none like me. Okay. Now I'm declaring the end from the beginning and from the ancient times the things that are not yet done, saying, my counsel shall stand, and I will do all my pleasure. All right. That goes back in that second Ezra 4 and 37. By measure have he measured the times, by number have he numbered the times. He does not move nor stir them to said measure be fulfilled. Okay? He declared it before time was, before anything existed. All right? And then like it said in second Ezra 9, these are the things that I told you before. All right? And you shall understand that the Lord is about to visit the world that he made. This is Isaiah 42, 8 and 9. It says, I am Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. That is my name. And my glory will I not give to another, neither my praise to graven images. So, like it says, and that Esau gonna come with his witchcraft and his magic, doing miracles and stuff. But no, it's nothing compared to what Yahweh Bashem Yahushai has. Okay, he's gonna strike it down. All right. Verse 9, he says, behold, the former things are come to pass, and the new things do I declare. Before they spring forth, I tell you of them. All right, and that's exactly what happened in Mark chapter 13, verse 7 and 8. Okay, Luke 21 and 11. Okay, this is how we know that the end is about to be manifest. All right, going back to 2nd Ezra 9. Okay, starting back at 4. Then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. All right, which is what I just proved with Isaiah 46, 9 and 10, and Isaiah 42, 8 and 9. All right, it says, for like as all that is made in the world hath a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest. All right, and that world that's coming to an end is the world of Esau, Edom. Okay, according to 2nd Ezra 6 and 9. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. Okay, there's about to be a transfer of kingdoms here. All right, and it's coming real slow, and it's going to be real painful for Esau, Edom, because they already feel like, equality is oppression. Okay, you want a fair shake, and not not that what's the stuff called, the DEI. you know they think that you getting the opportunity just because you know of your skin tone. No, it's opening up to people with better equal or better qualifications. All right, but I ain't gonna get into that. That's something different. All right. So yeah, the end is manifest. And it says, even so the times also of the highest have plain beginnings and works and wonder and powerful works and endings and effects and signs. And we're seeing those signs right now. All right. Just like he said. Yeah, when I say he, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Okay. Yahweh, the name of the Father, meaning he exists, he to be, he is. Bahashem in the name. Yahweh Shai, the name of the Son, meaning he saves, he delivers. All right. And that's what we're looking for. Deliverance, watching these signs and effects in the world. All right, so with that, I hope this lesson was edifying to the elect body of the nation of Israel. Once again, I'm going to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Raha HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who were well in teaching us this 100% truth. Salutations to them and my fellow Akim who labor in this truth week in and week out on the highways and byways. Also, salutations to the hopeful elect of the scattered 12 tribes of Israel, scattered to the four corners of the earth, that be like it to the speckled bird, also known as your Israelite foreigners and your so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. To you, I say Shalom, Kwam Yasharallah, Abad Babal. Shalom.